What in the world just happened in that courtroom? Did Jackie Christie really just expose the one man we thought was untouchable, her own husband, Doug Christie? What she said under oath has officially set social media on fire. And let me tell you, this ain't no regular love and basketball drama. This is nuclear-level betrayal with a side of courtroom tears, secret tapes, and alleged money games that'll leave your jaw on the floor. Was Doug Christie really living a double life while preaching loyalty courtside, or is Jackie finally unleashing the truth she's been burying for decades just to watch him crumble? The courtroom went silent when she pulled out that envelope, and what came next was a shock so big, even the judge looked like he'd seen a ghost. And you're telling me there are recordings, leaked emails, even whispers of hush money tied to a decades-old cover-up? We are deep in the scandal trenches today, folks. Just when we thought the courtroom chaos couldn't get messier, Jackie Christie stunned the entire gallery with a revelation so unexpected it left even the judge speechless. You could hear a pin drop as she locked eyes with the crowd and dropped Doug's name like a grenade. And trust me, the explosion was immediate. You know it's serious when courtroom buzz turns into full-on gasps, side eyes, and whispered, "No, she didn't" moments. But Jackie, she stood tall, almost like she'd been waiting to drop this bomb for years. Sources close to the courtroom say she didn't even flinch. One insider claimed she arrived that morning in an all-black outfit, with sunglasses, walking like she was headed to a funeral. Maybe, just maybe, she was not for herself, but for Doug's reputation. And y'all, she buried it 6 feet deep in under 5 minutes. The whispers between Jackie Christie and Doug Christie have been circling for a minute now. Some said the couple was just unique. Others said they were unhinged. But after today, we might have to upgrade those adjectives to dangerous and unpredictable, because the tea Jackie just spilled is boiling. Apparently, this courtroom session wasn't even supposed to include Doug. The original proceedings centered around Jackie's financial disputes, but somehow Doug's name entered the chat. Once it did, Jackie didn't hold back. She alleged that Doug, the former NBA star known for his polished image and squeaky clean persona, has been hiding major skeletons in his very expensive closet. And when she said, "I protected you for too long," every eye in the room darted straight to Doug's attorney, who was visibly shook. Now, here's where it gets insane. Jackie claimed that some of the very same financial documents being used against her were tied to Doug's private dealings. Offshore accounts, missing endorsements, shady transactions. Jackie read it off like she'd been waiting her whole life for this exact moment. At one point, she even pulled out what she called her receipts folder. And baby, the gasps were real. But wait, it gets better. Not only did she accuse Doug of dragging her into financial messes he allegedly orchestrated, she also hinted at a larger scheme involving third-party investors, fake companies, and some real shady names. He was a mastermind, Jackie said, looking dead into the judge's eyes, and I was just the puppet. Let that sink in. You mean to tell me that all this time we were looking at Jackie Christie like she was a problem? Too loud, too extra, too involved, when in reality, she might have been covering for her man? If that's true, it changes everything, especially when you consider how hard she used to ride for him. Jackie had a reputation for being ride or die. Remember, this woman followed Doug across the country during his NBA career. Now she's flipping that loyalty into ammunition. The very devotion that made people side-eye her is turning heads in her favor. And the court isn't the only one reacting. Social media blew up the moment news leaked from that courtroom. Hashtags like Jackie exposed Doug and Christie court bombshell are trending like wildfire. Some people are praising Jackie for finally speaking her truth. Others are accusing her of trying to drag Doug down to save herself. But no matter where people stand, one thing is clear. Nobody saw this coming. Even the legal team wasn't ready. Doug's lawyers immediately requested a sidebar. Word on the street is that they didn't want Jackie's claims entered into the official court record. But too late. Once it's out there, and you know how the internet works. Screenshots, threads, memes, everyone's doing deep dives, pulling old interviews, side-by-side clips of Doug and Jackie looking off. One particular thread on X, formerly Twitter, has already gone viral, connecting dots between a 2017 business venture Doug launched and a mysterious account Jackie referenced in court. While we can't confirm the accuracy, they've caught fire. People are playing detective with timelines, charts, and even voice comparisons. Yep, somebody pulled up a voicemail claiming it was Doug. talking to an anonymous investor. The internet is treating this like it's the new Serial podcast. Back to the courtroom chaos. Jackie didn't just name-drop Doug. She described specific dates, amounts, emails, and deals. She even mentioned a secret property purchased under a shell company. He bought it for someone else, she added, and in that one sentence, turned the room upside down. You could practically hear everyone thinking, who was this someone else? Was this Jackie's way of telling us Doug had a secret life? Jackie didn't confirm whether this alleged someone else was a mistress, a business partner, or a cover-up, but you know what the public is assuming. Once that assumption takes root, it grows fast, especially with Jackie's dramatic delivery. She spoke like someone who's been silenced for too long, and now that she's got the mic, she's not letting go. There's talk that the court transcript may be sealed to prevent more leaks, but let's be real, it's not stopping anyone. One of the paralegals reportedly spilled some tea to a journalist, claiming Jackie's entire deposition was chilling and borderline cinematic. That journalist tweeted, "I've never seen a courtroom moment go from 0 to Netflix in under 10 minutes. Wild." Just when we thought she was done, Jackie added, "If I go down, he's going with me." Boom, mic drop, game over. The courtroom erupted in chaos. Security was called in just to maintain order. One person even fainted, no cap. As Jackie sat back down, she pulled her sunglasses out of her purse like she just performed on stage. And in a way she had. As the judge called for recess, phones lit up, cameras rolled, and people started running theories like wildfire. Doug's camp remained silent, visibly shaken. Though no formal charges have been filed against him yet, the court of public opinion is already putting him on trial. As the smoke begins to settle, people are digesting what Jackie Christie just dropped. This is far from over. The real investigation is only beginning. The public reaction has been exploding since Jackie's mic drop moment, and it's taking a new turn. It's no longer just about what Jackie said, it's about what happens next. When a bombshell like this drops, it sends shockwaves far beyond the courthouse. The speculation about Doug has reached new heights. The way Jackie painted him wasn't just unflattering, it was calculated, almost like she'd been planning this for a long time. People close to her now say this isn't the first time Jackie's hinted at these secrets. She's been making quiet references to Doug's shady dealings for months, even dropping cryptic lines about holding things back during interviews. If that's true, we've all been played. Jackie Christie might have been building her own empire of information, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And strike hard she did. The public reaction is a whole different ballgame. Doug Christie is suddenly the main character in a narrative he's not prepared for. Social media is on fire with theories, leaks, and new accusations. Those old rumors about his temper, they're resurfacing. The internet is revisiting footage of him arguing with referees, drawing wild parallels between those moments and his alleged behind-the-scenes behavior with Jackie. When you live in the spotlight as long as Doug Christie has, every detail of your past gets scrutinized. Those who once admired his commitment to family and clean-cut persona are questioning everything. Even his past NBA teammates are getting uncomfortable questions. A former colleague anonymously told reporters, "There were always whispers about Doug being involved in some underhanded business dealings. He never got caught, though. But maybe now that's all changing." Now, let's get back to that alleged third-party involvement Jackie hinted at. The conspiracy-minded fans are obsessed. Entire Reddit threads dedicated to sleuthing who this mysterious someone else could be. Theories range from shady business moguls to much more scandalous ideas. Some people are speculating that Doug could be involved in something deeper than financial mismanagement, under-the-table dealings possibly with known criminals. This is exactly the kind of gossip that fuels internet firestorms, and Doug's sitting right in the middle of one. Meanwhile, Jackie's camp is stirring the pot further. Sources say she's been talking with several media outlets, and according to these insiders, Jackie is ready to expose more, as if what we heard in the courtroom wasn't enough. Some whispers claim Jackie's got more receipts, literal receipts this time. They say she's collected a whole archive of documents and communications that paint Doug as a man willing to sacrifice anything, including his family, to get ahead. These documents allegedly include detailed transactions, signed contracts, and some very compromising photos. If this is true, the bombshell Jackie dropped could be just the beginning of a massive financial scandal. But how did Jackie know all this in the first place? Did she just magically stumble upon this info? Hardly. From what we're hearing, Jackie was in the loop. She knew about Doug's shady business dealings, and some sources claim she may have even helped cover them up at one point. Is she just trying to distance herself now, or does she have an agenda? That's the key question. Some are calling Jackie a hero for finally exposing the truth, but others are raising eyebrows at her timing. Could this be revenge? A way for Jackie to claim power while dragging Doug down with her? She certainly has the motive, and she's had more than enough time to plan this out. While all this drama unfolds, don't think Doug Christie isn't aware. The man is a master of damage control. He has to be. A reputation like his doesn't go unscathed facing such accusations. We've already seen him issue a statement through his legal team denying everything, but here's the catch. The more Doug denies, the more suspect it all seems. When there's smoke, there's fire, and Doug's trying to put out a wildfire with a garden hose. Some legal experts predict Doug's next move could be filing for a gag order, trying to stop Jackie from talking about him publicly. But trying to silence Jackie Christie is like trying to stop a freight train. She's a force in the media. Pushing her into a corner might just make her spill more secrets. One rumor says Doug has already been approached by government officials investigating his business dealings. Word is that high-level people are trying to figure out if Doug and his alleged accomplices have been involved in anything illegal. If true, Doug could face worse than a PR crisis. We're talking federal investigations, and at minimum, his financial empire facing a major audit. So, is Doug Christie going to take the fall? Is Jackie finally walking away unscathed, or will her own past with Doug come back to bite her? One thing's certain, the scandal is only getting bigger, messier, and more outrageous. Doug tried playing victim with his denials, but the public isn't buying it. The more he tries clearing his name, the more suspicious everything becomes. Like, he's running out of excuses, and his cover-up attempts are unraveling. Meanwhile, Jackie Christie still holds all the cards. While Doug scrambles for damage control, she's slowly revealing her next steps. People wait with bated breath. Will she drop more bombshells or let Doug twist in the wind? Every social media post she shares, every cryptic statement, has people on edge. Sources report she's meeting with high-powered attorneys and media strategists planning her next move. Not just a divorce settlement, but exposing everything. Insiders say she's discussing a major expose with news outlets, even a documentary-style reveal, documenting the alleged corruption, lies, and shocking secrets of Doug's life. One question lingers: how long can Doug keep running from the truth? The whispers about shady figures, offshore accounts, and rumored illegal activity are only getting louder. His connections in high places might help, but even allies may be distancing themselves, knowing Jackie's truth bombs are just the beginning. Jackie's revelations aren't just a personal attack, they're a full-blown public dismantling of Doug's carefully constructed persona. And the more she talks, the more it shatters. It's the perfect storm. The truth is out and it's not looking pretty. This story is far from over, and the biggest secrets are yet to be revealed.